Welcome, everyone, to episode 6 of In the Vapor, a show about individuals in our community industry. The goal of this show is to show the world we come from on different walks of life and how deeply involved we are in the day to day activities in our community. And joining me today is a man who helps me co host the Wednesday Night Live show every Wednesday night right here in the ZampleBox community YouTube channel. Also fills in from time to time on my other podcast. Honestly, there are so many great things I can say about this guy, but two of them for sure is his kindness and availability for a friend. Yesterday, I was put on the spot. Today's guest couldn't make the show. I DM'd Tim, and without hesitation, he said he would do the show. So before we get into this interview, I want to thank Tim for always being there when I need him the most, brother. Thank you, my
Yep.
friend.
Yep. That's why they pay me the non-big bucks.
Yeah, yeah. The check is in the mail.
Thank you. Thank you. Yep.
I'm gonna, you're so valuable. I'm just gonna leave it blank. You fill in. You just fill in that amount. You fill.
I
in
got
that
a
amount.
whole lot of zeros to give, and they're not like zero fucks. I want zeros, commas, more zeros, commas, and more zeros.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And a couple nines in there.
Well, of course, let's just start it out with 999, comma 000, comma 000. Then that would get us off to a great start.
Yeah, yeah. That would it would pay some bills for a while, right?
Yeah, actually, I could probably own more stock in Twitter than Elon Musk if I kept up that.
You're right. I saw that number before we get into it. I saw that number and I didn't realize the value of what he had spent,
Hmm.
and I just saw he bought some stock and it was such a
Hmm.
low number. And I was like, well, that can't be a lot of money. And then I started reading the article and I was like, whoa, okay. Twitter's worth some bucks, man.
Yeah, well, like his 10% is like, it's a number that most of us can't even
Yeah, you can't even
fathom.
fathom
We'll
that.
never reach that.
No.
We can dream.
Hey, I'm gonna make this fun. I'm gonna let you say hello to everybody out there in chat.
Hi, everybody in chat. How you guys doing tonight? Yeah, I know it's just little old me. And so anyway, let me go up and down the list.
Yeah.
I didn't check. I came in a little late. So Megan.
Yeah.
Blafkin. I'm gonna go with Blafkin just because my mom taught me to pronounce things the way that they're spelled. Shannon Brown, how you doing? Stu Rep, Luke Cowell. Is it Cowell or Cowell? You'll have get back to me
Yeah.
on that one. Rog, love my boy Rog in the house. We won't talk to ZampleBox there. I think they're just a troll.
Yes, trollers.
Yep. Who else? Did I miss anybody? Green Thumb at the top. I'm waiting for
Yep.
more people to get in there. We got
Yeah.
11. There's
Yeah.
more people out there. Chime in, say hello,
Yeah.
join the party. Canadian Vape
Boom, boom, boom.
in the
Canadian.
house, right on. Yeah, no, hey, glad everybody showed up. Yeah, so now
Yeah.
you get to see the other side of me,
You
right?
get to
What
see
other side is there?
there's a lot of people don't know there's a different side of Tim out there. I mean, Tim, obviously we kind of all know what Tim is into,
Mm-hmm.
just his style, his
Mm-hmm.
look, so we know what you're into.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna go ahead and
We're
start
not going to
off.
talk about my OnlyFans account.
You
I don't have an
send me the link.
OnlyFans account.
Send
No,
me the
go
link.
ahead with the regular questions.
Send me the link, Tim.
Nope. Nope.
You must
You
subscribe.
don't want to see that. Go ahead.
As you know, this show is about Tim, the person, his likes and dislikes, his everyday life outside the community and industry. So, Tim, are you ready for 30 minutes of hard hitting journalism?
I am. I'm ready for the rapid fire. I'm ready for the deer in headlights moments. I want to say hi to South Memphis Bro 27 for showing up,
Yeah,
being in the chat. I'm going to try not to miss anybody.
yeah.
Everybody's included. If I don't say your name, trust me, my eyes see you. I see you. I see you. Okay, yeah. Let's get to the meat and potatoes of this fucking thing.
Yeah. Tell us a little bit about Tim's family life.
The answer is 7.
7. It's always 7.
Yeah.
It's always
I carefully prepared answers to all your questions in case I would ever reach a moment of being stumped.
yeah.
And so, anyway, I actually haven't. So, you want to know a little bit more about me outside of the vape industry? Is that the
Yeah,
question?
tell us a little bit about your family life. Your family
Well,
life. Your
I'll be
brothers,
honest.
sisters.
Well, I have a brother. I have a younger brother who's 4 years younger than me. We are absolutely fire and ice, or opposite sides of the polar positions on the planet. So I can never say that last name. It's Sylvia. Everybody say hello to Sylvia.
Sylvia.
Just the S at the backside there. That said, I have a younger brother. He's 4 years younger than me. I am 53. You guys can do the math at this point.
Yeah.
We are polar opposites. He's like the clean cut college going, normal dude. He's the one that my parents aesthetically wanted.
Yeah, he's the what is that? You're the black sheep. He's the trophy son.
I was the one that wanted to venture out onto my own path, find my own identity. I wasn't looking to go against the grain, but it's sometimes you got to break the mold, and so I just wanted to be a little bit more independent and free. My parents are both 80 years old. My mom just turned 80 years old today. They are both doing very well. They are retired at this point. My brother and I still work, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So you never know. We might end up having to take care of them one day. So we got to keep roofs over our
Tim
heads.
picture himself at 80?
I can because see, here I'm going to give everybody a little bit of advice. Right? Everyone gets nervous about growing older,
That's right.
and we have to reach these thresholds and milestones in our life. People freak out like, oh fuck, I'm 30. Oh shit, I'm 40.
Yeah.
Oh fuck, I'm 50. All that happens. But you know what? Stay young here and stay young here, and the rest will follow. And then when you reach those things, you can celebrate them. Like shit, I can't believe I've been on this planet for 50 years. Right. But you don't feel like, oh crap, we're nearing the end. So I can see myself at 80. And I'll probably be acting just like this.
You'll be doing this, right, Timmy?
I will. I will be mimicking Snoop everywhere I go. In line at Walmart, at the Kroger. When I get out of the car to get gas, I'll just be.
You won't be lighting any blunts in the bank line.
No. Well, I don't know. I mean, I think you got to spread joy everywhere. But I have a very simple family. Yeah. Not a big. I don't have like 20 brothers and sisters and stuff like that. I have no family here in Atlanta. I moved down here and I am detached. So I have my own sort of extended family here, if you want to call it that. Yeah.
When Tim isn't fighting for this industry, what is Tim doing for fun? I know. Tell everybody else.
Well, a lot of people may already know. So eons ago, I used to be in a band and played music and stuff like that. And then I kind of lost a bit of that talent. I don't quite have what I had when I was in my 20s. But I love being around the music scene. So one of my favorite things to do, aside from going to shows, I have two wiener dogs that are going to be latchkey kids at this point. Aside from going to shows, I love being part of the scene and, around music as much as I can. Music's a very big part of my life. And so one of the fun things that I do is I help out my friend's band. They are They are I don't want to call them, they're national, but they don't really get to the West Coast a lot too often. But they tour mostly the Northeast quadrant. They are a Journey tribute band. They've been doing this for 14 years. They're probably one of the best ones in the business. And so I do a lot for them. So not only do I help out at shows and help with PR and social media and marketing and the website and all that stuff. So I mean that fulfills, that helps feed my soul in terms of that. Other than that, I'm not really a big sports. I love hockey.
You're a hockey dog,
and I'm blurry as shit.
You're blurry. You're blurry.
I don't know what happened.
There
The dogs messed it
up. The dog threw out the autofocus.
Yeah, you hear them arguing in the back. It'll focus. There we go. I'm back. I'll get back. Yeah, if I go mute and you see me just mouthing words that look really loud, it's the two idiots down here. Yep. But that's my fun stuff. That's my fun stuff.
That's it. Okay, Tim, I'm going to put you on the spot here. Timmy. Mm-hmm. Give me your favorite joke. One of your favorite jokes.
Okay, so I have two. They're both dad jokes. They're both numerical jokes. These are Give me 1 second.
Yeah. Tim is having dog technical issues.
Oh my God, it's like WWE in here. It's like all I need is a small ring with a top rope, and I swear somebody's gonna jump off of
Well,
it.
they're happy that you're home, so I think
I
you
suppose.
just yeah.
I suppose. So, two jokes that I think are funny and that are worthy, and they're dad jokes, and you can tell them to your kids, right? So I'm not gonna leave you with some dirty joke. I know everybody wants the dirty joke, but I'm gonna tell. Here's two math related jokes that I think are very funny, and they're dad jokes. All right. So why is 6 afraid of 7?
Why is 6 afraid of 7? Because something to do with because 5, 8, 7 or 5, 6,
Because 7, 8, 9, John.
7, 8, 9. I knew it was somewhere there. I knew it was somewhere there.
Okay. All right. So I know everybody is belly laughing in the chat room right now. I can already see. I see all the ha ha ha's. All right. So I got one more for you. I got one more dad funny math joke. Why did Zero start dating?
I don't know. Why did Zero start dating, Tim?
Because he wanted to find the one.
Oh, boom. Those weren't bad jokes, Tim.
They're great jokes. They're great jokes. You know what? I mean, I cuss, but I'm saying, but you can be funny and be clean at the same time.
Yeah.
Now, maybe my delivery sucked.
Yeah.
Maybe my delivery was totally shit. You guys can probably do a way better job than me.
Yeah, I mean the famous words of Bill Cosby. You just said the famous words of Bill Cosby. You can be funny without.
See, Green Thumb's laughing. See, Green Thumb knows. Everybody, John is a really stuffy dude. He's very difficult to crack and break through into. So you know,
yeah. I don't cry. I don't cry to movies. Everyone always asks.
Not
me
even
why.
Black Stallion.
Not even Black Stallion, Blindside, sports movies, Rudy, none of that stuff. The reason for the show is to show people out there that we are not all in our 20s, which we are not, you and I, Tim, but individuals much older that are involved in day-to-day activities in our community. Are there any other groups or programs there within your city you are involved in that you would like to share with us, Tim?
I would love to. I dare I say I live in a weird part of town. I'm in Buford, Georgia, y'all. I'm in Buford, Georgia. And I have a couple acquaintances that vape. I had one vape shop that was kind of close to me, but I think it's probably since closed down during COVID period and probably due to sure, drop it in the comments, yo, bro.
Drop it in there.
Drop it in the comments. No, I want to see the joke. I think they closed down probably during the pandemic period, and I got a funny feeling that maybe some of that may have been due to some of the regulations. I can't say for sure. I did go there one time. They did a lot of in-house juices, so the PACT Act could have train wrecked some of what they were doing in-house.
Right.
But they were gone. Like I drove by there not that long ago. They were right next to a tattoo shop, and all of a sudden, like the sign was down off the front. So I don't know. There aren't really too many activist groups here in town that I can say that I could, link up with. I just don't really know a ton of vapors around here. I don't want to say I don't hang with other vapors. I do, but I'm just saying I'm not aware of the big nucleus of crowd that
And you've said before on our show that you really your city, your state, there really hasn't had any real issues with vaping. It's been pretty much.
There's the joke.
But
the joke is right there. So Grandpa found the bottle of Viagra. Nobody's taking it harder than Grandma. That's a funny joke. That's a good joke. That's a good one, yo, bro. Yeah, all right, I will log that one to the Rolodex of jokes.
Tim, you just made us sound old. I've learned that we're not allowed to use that word Rolodex.
Rolodex?
Yeah.
No, John, we can use Rolodex. These youngins need to learn words like Rolodex. What we can't use is the Dewey Decimal System.
Yeah, we can. Yeah.
That's completely off the table.
So we should never take our library card out of our wallets then, right?
Well, how does that work nowadays? I don't, you know what, I'm allergic to libraries, so I don't know if people still have a library card. I'm sure a lot of that's probably digital. You probably have an app now or
Yeah.
something like that.
An app for the library.
And
Just
if
scan your
why not?
barcode.
Probably have an
Scan
app.
your
There's an app for that.
Yeah, there's an app for everything.
Yeah.
We all get a bit frustrated from time to time with the industry and the community. If there was one part that frustrates you the most, what is it and why, Tim?
Well, I think you so eloquently put it a few weeks back. You know, there's so much going on, right? So, I mean, obviously, our show is primarily founded on the basis of advocacy. You know, we try not to bore the living crap out of you guys. We view this ability to have this life-saving technology, and we view this ability to have this right to be able to save our lives as a very important thing. So we feel that advocacy is very important in this time and day when we need to fight for something that we clearly are all aware that they're trying to take it away from us, and bits and pieces and chunks here, and then chip away at the stone and compromise our ability to help other people, right? Because that's part of it too. And I know that there's lots of very well positioned and very important groups that help fight for our ability to do this. You know, you got the AVA, and you know, I could go on with all the acronyms that exist. You know, and I think they all play a very important role. As much like CASA, all that stuff, they all play a very important role. But even when you get beyond all of that, it really does come right back home to us. Right? We're the ones that we need to stand up and support those groups as well, whether it be in the form of donations so that they can fund the legal battles and the fights, and they can stand a little bit closer to some of the politicians that are trying to train wreck this. But ultimately, we still need to stand by independently and as groups to fight alongside of them in any way that we can, whether it's calling senators, calling governors, you know, sending letters, you know, being an activist on Twitter on the social media front, speaking to people, however you like to do it. It's all for one common goal, and that's so that we don't lose our ability to make an adult choice to do something that's better for us than the alternative, which was smoking, which we know is that Curtis, you didn't miss anything, just me, bro, just me, dude. But the one thing that frustrates me the most is not. Yes, it frustrates me that we have to fight so hard to keep something like that. But the thing that frustrates me the most, and I think there's one thing that we need to try to do a better job of, is fighting amongst each other, right? Because if we're all fighting amongst each other and we're all picking battles and we both are going for the same goal to preserve and save something, but we're going to nitpick at each other and tear each other down and criticize each other for their way of doing it versus his, hers, them, they, whatever identifier you want, we got to stop turning the fight inwards, because then they reach their goal, right? They want to divide and conquer us. They want to weaken us. They want us to not have much else to stand on. Now, with that said, is it as simple as just be like, hey man, if I'm doing something that you're not really into or you don't like, you know, don't come at me, bro. Yeah. What I'm saying is we need to find a way to have those functional differences, because one person's approach might not be the same as another person's approach, and they may not necessarily find that 100% agreeable. They think it should be done differently, or something should be done differently. But we got to find a way to take those fundamental differences in the way we fight, and we need to sit with each other and come to the middle and find middle ground and say, okay, you know, I agree with you here, I don't agree with you there, but let's not tear each other down in the process, because eventually we'll have two different oceans of people, and we're going to spend more time bitching at each other than we are just going for the goal. You know what I mean? So that would frustrate me the most, is just infighting. I'm not saying it's rampant, but it exists, and we need to try to find a way to curb it.
Yeah, and something I thought about the other day on that topic and on that subject is, you know, if you do disagree with somebody on Twitter, there's always a DM. Don't start the fight back and forth in the thread because they read those threads. They see that we're arguing back and forth. If you have an issue with somebody, the idea of what they think should be going on, hey, DM that person. Do it in private. Don't do it in the thread and let them see that. Oh, look at this. They're not even working together. So it's a thought. It's an idea. I know freedom of speech. Everybody wants to be able to write whatever they want, but I think trying to keep those battles amongst each other out of the threads would help a lot, especially on Twitter,
Sure.
guys. They read those. They read those.
It's not kumbaya all the time,
Right,
but it's group love, it's group hugs, man. You know, we're all in this together, and we're stronger together than we are apart. And so that's just an important thing I think we should always be aware of and cognizant of. Sorry for the big 3-point word.
Is Tim ready for 10 rapid questions?
Yeah, as soon as my hey shithead stops chiming in. Hey Google, cancel. I don't know how why it does that. Anyway,
that's my background music to the 10 rapid questions.
No,
right?
it's
okay. I want to make sure you're okay.
I think if I shut up, she'll just stop.
Yeah,
anyway,
yeah,
okay. This is your rapid fire music. This is almost too calming. This means I'm going to answer these questions real easy.
Yeah. Are you ready, Mr. Tim?
I'm ready, John.
Pineapple on pizza, yes or no?
Fuck no.
Yes, that's my boy. Timmy's my boy.
Sorry, all you pineapple lovers. Put it in your cottage cheese.
Yes. First job, and did you quit or get fired?
Quit. I was a newspaper delivery boy. Who the hell at 13 wants to get up at 4:30 in the morning and walk around with some heavy ass paper and deliver it? I quit.
Did you go out in style though? Did you quit
Did I slash the tires of my route manager? No.
Not that extreme.
No.
Not that extreme.
No, I think I called him and I just said, hey, I'm done. I didn't do over the PA. I didn't pick it. It wasn't anything. I was 13, man. I was 13. So I was just trying to make money for summer. So anyway.
You didn't take the bag over to the dude's house and just throw it at him or nothing like that.
I didn't go light dog shit on his front doorstep. He was kind of a weird hermitized kind of. He was probably like a pedo. I don't know, but anyway, he was paying my summer funds. So
our boy Tommy's out there. What's up, Mr. Tom?
Tom, enlighten me, sir. Is that a subjective opinion as to what question I got wrong? Don't tell me how to live my life, Tom.
Yeah, Tom. Who are you anyway? I thought you were missing.
Yeah, he's not missing. Tom's always here.
Your favorite toy growing up, Tim? What was that toy?
Oh my God. Favorite toy growing up? Well, I'm a nerd, so I'd probably have to say Commodore 64 at some point, just because we could do programming and stuff like that. Yeah. But I think as a whole, Tonka trucks were mad cool, dude. Tonka trucks were awesome with the fire truck, the hook and ladder, with the, you had all the fun stuff in the dump truck, and you could go out in the dirt and be a kid, and
that's
Tonka
right.
trucks.
And they were indestructible, not like the new Tonka toys.
It would not shock me if my mom has one in a box up in their attic somewhere, and when the day comes, she'll be like, "There you go. There's your Tonka truck when you were like 6." So.
We all know your love for music. What was Tim's first concert?
People are going to be shocked by this one.
Yeah.
What would you think looking at me? You're probably like, dude, you went and saw Pantera. No, Pantera wasn't around when I went to my first concert. It was not Dio. It was not Ozzy. It was not Priest. My first concert was supposed to be Def Leppard, but I got my ass in trouble, and my mom grounded me and took my ticket away. So my first concert ever was the band Yes.
Yes.
The band, yes, on the 90215 tour. Yeah. Owner of a Lonely Heart, that stuff. And I had the best time. I thought that was one of the greatest concerts I've ever been to date.
Yeah, and that's a great band. If you were
that just means John doesn't know who they are. When he goes,
that
was a great band.
I know who Yes is. Please, come on, man.
Yeah, okay.
If you were given the opportunity to be a member of any legendary band and tour with them, which one would you pick and why?
What qualifies as legendary?
Well, our generation. Let's just say 60s, 70s. Come on, legendary. there are only so many legendary bands.
I think, you know what? I mean, I could pick obvious ones. People would say,
Yeah.
I mean, I think Zeppelin was a little bit before our time and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think if I could pick one, just based on the stories alone and just how insane and crazy it was, like, or at least, the relevancy of it, I think I would just love to tour with Ozzy.
With
Ozzy, like back in the Diary of a Madman, Blizzard of Oz years, when he had like Sarzo and Tommy Aldridge, and just all those Jakey Lee, and back then backstage was psycho and crazy, and there was all kinds of sex, drugs, and rock. Yeah, for sure, Ozzy back then.
You think you would have made it through?
I probably would not be talking to you right now.
What was Tim's first car?
A 1968 Chevy Impala, John. It was a tank, and my mom. I bought it for $1. If you all will believe that. Back in Virginia at that time, you could not gift a car to someone and transfer the title. You had to sell it. And so in order to obtain the title and transfer the title to me, I had to pay for that car. And the teacher that my mom was friends with at the time, and her husband had passed away, and they had this 68 Impala in the driveway. She sold it to me for $1. That was the very first car I ever bought. I loved that car. It drove me and my friends around for at least 2 or 3 years. I drove that son of a bitch into the ground.
That was my dad's first car. 1968 Chevy Impala 4-door though. Was yours a 4-door?
I don't. You know what? I don't rightly remember. I want to say it was. I do. I think the weirdest point for me owning that car. That's a good one, MG. But let me answer the rapid fires. I will come back to you at the end. At the end.
But first song
I had to get rid.
Yeah, go ahead, Tim.
Are we on another question?
Yeah.
I thought I was still talking about the previous question. But go ahead.
Finish.
I sold the car to a dude, and it was weird watching him drive it around town, knowing that was my car. Anyway.
Yeah, that's the tough one. I still see one of my first cars that I actually paid for myself, still driving around, and it pisses me off. I want to just pull him over and say, "Look, I'll buy that car back from you." First song you remember learning all the words to was, and could just sing a few bars of it for us. I gotta make you sing, Tim.
You know what? I mean, you're really going far back. I mean, this would be before my metal years. I mean, we're going back. Okay, I know, and everyone here probably is even young enough to even know this. And this is gonna seem really dumb because y'all are gonna laugh right now because you're thinking I'm gonna sing like Rat or Skid Row or something. Dude, I was in my teens and 20s by the time that shit came around. So you have to remember I had a little bit more than a decade and a half on this planet before those days. Yeah. There's probably something else because I was in chorus and stuff in elementary school. But if I had to pick one that, when I'm sitting there thinking about it and I know a lot of the words for it is the Brady Bunch. Yeah. And Sunshine Day. Remember that song?
Yes.
I think I'll go for a walk outside now. The summer sun's calling my name. I hear it now. I just can't stay inside all day. I gotta get out. Give me some of those rays. Everybody's laughing. It's the Sunshine Day. All right, anyway. Moving on.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. Timmy. Mm-hmm.
Or the Electric Company, the 12 song. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Because there was only 12 numbers.
There's only 12 numbers. Yeah. If you could pick one song you wish you had written, which one do you pick?
Well, you know what? A lot of people would talk about there's a lot of big songs on this planet. But I think if I had to pick one, the one that probably it would not be Crazy Bitch by Buck Cherry. Y'all can take that song and send it where the sun don't shine. I think it would be Living on a Prayer.
Living on a prayer. You
I
wish you
just
were.
think that spans so many generations and so many age groups. And I
Yeah,
mean, I'm not saying it's the greatest song on the planet, and I'm overly tired of it at this point. But I think if I was going to go to my grave rich off of a song, it
yeah.
would probably be "Living on a Prayer."
Living on a prayer. All right, Timmy. You said you didn't like it, but let's hear it. What is your
I already
favorite?
said it like 12 times during the show, John. Fuck.
Fuck, man.
Fuck, because it can be used so many cool ways. You know,
That's right.
you can be angry, you can be sad, you can be happy, it can be descriptive, it can be objective. It has so many functional
Yeah.
ways of using it. You know, I think, yeah, definitely fuck.
Fuck is number one on the list of all the guests.
So if the top 500 people were surveyed and the top 5 answers are on the board, and that was the question, the top bar would flip, ding, and then it would go to our family.
Yeah, it would. What is you? Let me. Here you go. Ready? Finish this sentence. Tim has never ever.
You want me to finish it?
Yeah.
Do I have to drink if I answer it this way?
No, there's no drinking. We just, just tell us something you've never
Had a
ever-
threesome.
Damn, Tim went right into that. Boom.
Well, that's the first thing that popped in my head.
That's what I wanted. That's
Okay,
the
I'll
response
take that answer back.
No. That's the best.
Ever
answer
climbed to the top of Mount Everest?
God, that's boring. The threesome works. I like the threesome.
Okay.
Oh.
There's people going, oh, I'm watching the number drop right now. I went from 13 to 12 to 11 to 10. Yes, that's right. And Stu, that is a Van Halen album. Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
well,
Go ahead.
so,
Tim.
well, hold on. The favorite place I've ever traveled, I've been a lot of places. Magabi or Magabib. I'm trying to say it right, so forgive me if I say it wrong. Favorite place I've ever traveled, I've been to a lot of places. I've been to Australia, Singapore, New Zealand, Dubai, Johannesburg, South Africa, a lot of places in the United States. My favorite place I ever went, and I still say this was my favorite place to ever come back from, was the Netherlands. I absolutely loved the Netherlands. I thought the people were the coolest there. The party atmosphere was the coolest there. Everyone was the most laid back. I just really connected with the people in the Netherlands. So I stayed in Utrecht. So if you want to Google that, Utrecht. There you go. Answered your question.
6 hours there. And never
And
left the
Gabby
airport.
B. Okay, sorry. It was like a license plate, and
Yeah.
I apologize. I was
Yeah.
trying to piece it all together there for you.
Yeah.
Oh
you
shit.
ready?
Okay, yeah. No,
Are you
now I want
ready?
to see what these people have to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you ready for the photo showcase? And I got 2 here, and then I'm gonna switch over to the one Tim sent me, and I want to make sure I get that right.
Got a doozy coming.
It's a doozy. It's a doozy,
doozy.
coming. Yeah. Oh.
Caption this kind of shit.
What song is Tim singing in this photo?
Insert answers now.
You guys out there, guess the song that Tim is singing at that moment right there.
Y'all will never get it. Y'all will never get it.
I know it. I think.
How do you know?
'Cause I
Were
think
you at the show?
No, you talked about it before with us. I'm gonna. Well, I may be assuming that.
Okay.
It
Well,
is from a
we'll
certain
let
band.
you have your pot shot. You can have your answer.
Yeah.
No, Curtis, it was not Slow Ride. You are correct, Stu. It was Sunny Day. It was Sunny Day, the metal version.
Guns N' Roses
It's a good
Station.
guess, Mad Musician, Magician. I love your screen name rocks, bro. No, it was not Guns N' Roses Patience, and I hate to disappoint anybody who is a fan. I am not a big Guns N' Roses fan. I got burned out after Appetite, and Use Your Illusion basically just was non-existent for me.
It wasn't Back to Black.
Good guess, Rog, because Rog's like he goes, I'm bringing it home to Australia. He's singing the Down Under Boys, the pub rock kings, AC/DC. No, I was not singing Back in Black.
Were you singing a Journey song, Tim?
Negative Ghost Rider, because that band right there is a band called Shotgun Superstars. They're a cover band in town, and they do songs from the 80s and the 90s and some from the 2000s, obviously, but they cover not only the home base kind of stuff that you might remember from that time. Stu, maybe, but not.
I like how you put it though, by the look on the face.
Yeah, by the look on my face, yeah. They also do a lot of the newer, more Euro rock stuff that's kind of obscure and not quite mainstream here in America. So we were actually performing a song from a band from Europe, not the band Europe. It was not Final Countdown. It was not Carrie. It was not any of that shit. This was a song from a band from Sweden.
Oh yeah,
and so I'm gonna drop a name. You guys can go Google them, look them up. I think they'll probably gain some new fans if you guys go YouTube them. We were singing a song from a band called Hardcore Superstar. That's the name of the band, and the song was called Above the Law.
Above the Law.
Yeah, so it's a song. It's a song about how he's a bit of a rebel, but he still has decent values. But anyway, they're a great band if you're into rock and metal and stuff like that. I mean, it's not going to be like Eat Baby and Sacrifice Goat metal, so it's not going to be all the the guttural shit that's really popular. Right? It's not fucking Lorna Shore. Sorry, kids. He's not fucking turning into a werewolf in the middle of the fucking song.
Damn it! Where's the production
it's more glam sleaze, punk overtoned kind of shit. You'll like it. I'm telling you. You know what? I mean, you'll get an idea of the type of music I'm into if you go listen to that. Okay.
There's our true patriot there, Tim. You want to talk a little bit about this photo?
Why are you
wearing that onesie?
All right, so a big thing here in Atlanta is Christmas parties, and they do pajama parties. That's kind of like the thing, right? And I'm pretty sure that's pretty common everywhere, right? So, I mean, I'm sure in your town people have get-together Christmas parties, and then they call them a pajama party, and you have to come in your PJs or a onesie. I wanted something festive. I did not realize that onesies were so trendy and expensive. I wanted like a Grinch or something that was along the lines of Christmas, but like the Grinch friggin' onesie was like $80.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not dropping $80 for some shit that I'm going to wear one time, maybe around the house, whatever. But so I was on Amazon, and after hours of looking, I settled on the American flag because I figured everybody could appreciate something that was Christmassy in color. That I look like a candy cane on the left side of my body. There's stars in it, and it's patriotic. And so I was wearing
the stars run all the way down your leg.
Yeah, it's like a 50-50 thingy, right? Okay. So it's stars on one side and then stripes on the other, and it's got pockets, obviously, and it's hot as shit. If you get one of those things, man, you're at a party and there's like 50, 60 people. Okay, my hair routine is zilch. I have no routine. I wash and go. I used to do all kinds of crazy stuff back in the 80s. I would blow dry it and use Aquanet and make it big and all that fun stuff. Now I just use, and everyone's going to tell me I shouldn't use a shampoo. Don't worry. Look at my hair. The shit ain't falling out.
Look at his hair.
My hair is not falling out. I use organics, and I know they were in the news not that long ago because apparently Johnson & Johnson bought them out, and they were supposed to take some chemical out of the shampoo mix, and they didn't. And then TikTok blew up because everybody was freaking out that it had this thing in it that when activated with water, it caused formaldehyde, and your hair started to fall out, and all this other.
Formaldehyde is everywhere.
Well, this is what the claim was. It sounds like the vaping fight. Yeah, it's like now I can't even wash my fucking hair with my favorite shampoo because formaldehyde's going to get in my skull and it's going to rot my brain and I'm going to die anyway. But look at my hair. There's no hair falling out. I use organic shampoo, the biotin mix, and I just wash it and put a towel on my head, let it dry, and we're out the door.
Last picture here, Timmy. What the hell is going on over here,
Caption
Tim?
this, dudes and dudettes. Caption this one. What do you think is happening there?
Don't know those Q-tips in your nose, too.
I'm trying to clean up any trail left behind. No, that I was probably about 25 in that picture.
Yeah.
That is on the floor of the studio where we would practice and record. My very first band. They were called Swift Ballet, and we were in the midst of practicing for a show or recording some stuff. And I used to crash at the drummer's house where the studio was, and I was on the floor, probably hungover as shit right there. Yeah, lots of drugs, Green. That was nothing. That picture just screams pure drugs.
Drugs
Times
times
two.
two.
Times two. I was probably hungover as shit, and people were like, there were some Q-tips laying around, and somebody stuck them in my nose and in my ears, and we always had like 10 or 11. It was like we had this entourage hanging around all the time, so we always had people hanging around. So yeah, so there I am, about 25 pounds overweight, 25 years old, hungover, laying on a floor with Q-tips shoved in almost every orifice of my face.
At least, yeah, I won't go there.
And look at me now.
And look at him
I'm,
now.
I'm so well kempt and refined.
Yeah. Oh, man.
He's alive.
Hey, you made it. You're 53 years old, so you did something
yeah.
right.
I'll be 54 in June. So
That's right,
anybody wants
yeah.
to come hang out for my birthday, just give me a shout. You'll have
Yeah.
to get here on your own. I'm not flying you.
Yeah, well, you're the rock star. You're supposed to fly.
I'm probably gonna be working that day, so don't bother. I'm just saying.
Oh, well, I want to thank Tim for joining us today and sharing a little bit about himself with our community. And also want to thank everybody for tuning in today and being part of episode 6 of In the Vapor. Please like, share, and what else? Please like, share this video, and don't forget to join me, Tim, Paul, Tom, if he ever comes, and every Wednesday night at 6 p.m. Every Wednesday night at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, right here on the ZampleBox YouTube channel. And if you, I don't know, I can't tell you who the guests are next week, but there's some good guests coming up for the show. Tim, big thank you again for jumping in there and doing this for me.
Glad
I
to be here.
appreciate it.
Glad everybody here who's here was here. Because if you're
Yeah.
not here, you're not here.
you're
You're
not
there.
here.
I want you here.
Oh no, you're gonna make my head explode. Every time I hear stuff, I always think of George Carlin.
Anytime you hear stuff, okay,
Like that. When I
joking.
hear stuff like that, I think of George Carlton, where I got to stop, focus, and listen to the joke, or else I'm going to miss the punchline. And when I hear stuff like that, that's at my mind.
I'm all jacked up on Mountain Dew. I'm gonna be
jacked
all
up
over
on
you like a
Mountain Dew.
spider monkey.
All right, Tim. Thanks again, and thank you everybody out there. We'll see everybody tomorrow night right here at 6 p.m. For our Wednesday night live. And again, thank you, Tim, and we'll see everybody tomorrow night. Peace out.
Peace.